stay with you, stay with me, just one single cheering.
A warm welcome to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 87th Geneva International Motor Show. My name is André Hefti and I'm the host of this event that is very special. Before we open the doors tomorrow morning, as usual, we start now with the announcement of the Car of the Year. In 2012, it was a premiere. In the meantime, it has become a big success for its huge media coverage all over the world. It has indeed become a good tradition. I am very happy that the Car of the Year organization and the Geneva International Motor Show signed an agreement to work together. Each year on Monday, before the show starts officially, we gather here for the announcement of the Car of the Year. And actually, since the beginning, we try to improve the layout of each edition in order to present these fabulous finalist cars in the glamorous frame they deserve. In a few minutes, we will know the name of the Car of the Year 2017. To my knowledge, Car of the Year is not only the award with the longest heritage, it's also the most important car award a manufacturer can receive it. It is the most important prize in the industry. The jury consists, without doubt, of Europe's top car experts. They are here among the audience, 58 highly professional motoring journalists from 22 countries. They speak all kinds of languages and they can answer some questions later, if you are looking for interviews. So, for the sixth time, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to ask Mr. Hakan Madsen, President of the Car of the Year jury, to come on the stage. Please welcome Mr. Madsen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. It's great to see all of you here. Last year I made a joke about our new stage, claiming it could accommodate almost a ballet. This new stage, I think, is more suitable for a fashion show with this catwalk. However, I'm not a top model here, even if some people seem to think so. It's, of course, our 7 cars in the final parked just behind me. We will very soon come back to them, present them, and at the end also reveal the winner Car of the Year 2017. But first, I would like to thank André Hefti again that we can come here on Monday, the day before the first press day, and have our event. We are like an overture to a great opera. And Car of the Year and the Geneva Auto Show, we are a perfect match. We are the most prestigious award in the automotive world, presented at the most important auto show in the world. Now, Car of the Year is not the only award out there, but we are different from many others. We are, for instance, totally transparent with our voting. You will soon be able to see all the points from the jury members here on the screen, and afterwards we publish them on our homepage. You will also find short motivations from every jury member on why or why not they voted for a car. But we are different also in other respects. Car of the Year doesn't have any sponsors related to the automotive industry. Instead, it is organized by 7 leading magazines in Europe, and you can see them here on the screen behind me. Autocar, Autopista, Stern, Vi Bilägare Auto, Autovici, and L'Automobil. And the winning manufacturer does not have to pay any kind of fee to use our award in their marketing. It comes for free. The race towards Car of the Year 2017 started last year with a long list of 30 cars, all of them very good. So only to come here, to the final, to reach the shortlist is a great achievement. Let me now present the cars fighting for the title this year. And by now, you should know my favorite phrase, it comes here. The nominees are... We start with Alfa Giulia, the comeback kid from a classical Italian brand. The Citroën C3 with new exciting styling and useful technology. The Mercedes E-Class, the very core of the German brand. And of course the Nissan Micra, once the first Japanese car to be elected Car of the Year. That was in 1993. The Peugeot 3008, a serious challenger in the steaming hot mid-size SUV segment. Toyota CHR, polarizing styling, still a hybrid. And of course the Volvo S90 V90, yet another step when it comes to styling and safety. And I know we have top executives from the manufacturers in the final here with us today. And I know you're so proud of your babies behind me. Great welcome to you. However, there will be no winner without the jury. And I do believe, I know in fact that we have some retired jury members with us today. And I would like to recognize all your efforts for making our award so great. Thank you very much. The jury consists of the best motoring reporters in Europe. This year we are 58 from 22 countries, just as Mr. Hefti pointed out. Most of them are here today. Please raise your hands so everybody can see where you are and who you are. Welcome also to you. And let us now have a short glimpse of the work, of the testing work of the jury.
So here we are in Mortefontaine, just outside of Paris, at the Ceram track. Here we have gathered test cars from all the 7 finalists, and the members are out driving now. The weather isn't the best. It's a little bit rainy. The track is slippery and difficult to drive, but that is good because these cars should be tested under all circumstances.
I wish you take a lot of pleasure to drive all these cars in this beautiful track of Mortefontaine.
To me, it's very clear that Nissan Micra should be among the finalists this year for Car of the Year 2017. We can see this car now has been brought to Europe. It's built in Europe, it's designed in Europe, and it's ready for us European drivers. It's not only about the design, the car is truly really good looking, but it's also about the safety features. We have this automatic emergency brake systems where it can brake for other cars and pedestrians, which bring this car to a European top level, and that's very good.
Well, I believe this will be a worthy winner of Car of the Year 2017, the E-Class Mercedes, because it has the most comprehensive range of engines. Then, of course, the most comprehensive range of bodies. On top of that, it is the car that has the most advanced autonomous driving technology. And I think overall it's a very good package.
Citroën C3 is a candidate for the Car of the Year 2017. And it's very roomy inside. It is quite a low level of noise from engine and road, and it has this great suspension with classical Citroën floating feel. And then the design. This is a car that really makes you happy. I love it.
Well, I mean, this is one of the most relevant panel of journalists that we have in this region, in Europe.
And each country is different in terms of their tastes and type of vehicles they like, and therefore to have the acclamation from that joint jury that is totally European.
What they think at the end arrive in the public. They speak as a customer. So for me, it is important to have these experts, colleagues since years, quoting the cars in order to see if I'm in the race or not.
There's lots of noise in the industry, as you know very well, about electrification, car sharing, and where's the future going. But we think this award can play its usual role in terms of awarding the best car of the year, but also pulling the industry together and showing the consumers and the public that we still make very relevant products for the future.
The Alfa Romeo Giulia is by far the most emotional car we have at Car of the Year since many years. It's really touching the heart, and especially the Quadrifoglio with his 510 horsepower. It's probably the most fun car we have ever had here to touch, and it's also good value for money.
Peugeot 3008 is my favorite car. For my opinion, we can drive very comfortable by this car for long distance way. Because a lot of facilities inside. You spend your time like at home when you're driving car. It looks great outside, inside. A lot of people look at what is this car, because in these days very difficult to surprise any car by design, by styling, but Peugeot did it.
Well, this is the Volvo S90, a very worthy finalist in this year's Car of the Year competition. In many ways, the S90 epitomises everything about Volvo's future direction. And this is a car, a big car, but from a small company taking on the German Goliaths. And it represents the future, both in terms of autonomous driving, in terms of alternative powertrain technology, but also styling, and it epitomises the future direction for premium motoring. And that's, I think, where Volvo have been successful to date and where they offer great opportunities in the future and why they've made the shortlist this year.
The Toyota CHR has made it among the finalists of Car of the Year in 2017 because of its quite unusual and interesting concept. But other than most of its competitors, it doesn't offer any diesel engines. Instead of this, customers who want to drive economically are recommended this hybrid version. Its design with the spectacular edges polarizes. Some regard it as weird, but others find it really, really cool.
Anyone who claims that cars of today all look the same should have a look at our 7 finalists. It's really an exercise of design, almost an exhibition of art. We have tested these cars now at Mortefontaine. We have voted. You will soon know the result. So back to Geneva.
Don't we look gorgeous in our new jackets? Before we proceed into the very last part of our presentation, I would like to announce that our trophy is new again. A piece of art, isn't it? We are, like the recent years, going to show you the results as they do in the Eurovision Song Contest, country by country. You feel tension is getting a little bit, it's rising now. I can hear the sound of heartbeat. It's getting warmer inside. So, are you ready? Here are the votes for Car of the Year 2017. And we start, as we always do, with Austria and our 2 members who are in favor of the Peugeot. Belgium is our second country, also 2 members voting for the Alfa Giulia, who's now in the lead after 2 of 22 countries. Czech Republic, our member Gisy Dujon, also voting for the Alfa, who is in the lead now Denmark, one member, Søren Rasmussen, whose favorite is the Peugeot 3008. We got to Finland also one member, Veli-Matti Honkanen, voting for the Volvo. France, our first large country with 6 members, who really favor the Alfa Giulia. Something tells me this is going to be a tight race. Germany, another large country with 6 jury members. And Alfa Giulia again is the favorite. And now it's really tight between the Peugeot 3008 and the Alfa Giulia. You can see here only 5 points difference between first and second, with Mercedes running up on the third place. So we go on with Greece. Our dear friend Stratis, which family name I hesitate to pronounce. Hungary, Solchikos and Miklos Gaidan is voting for the Alfa Giulia. And now it's only 3 points difference. Ireland, Mr. Michael McAleer, who is in favor of the Mercedes E-Class. Italy, another large country with 6 members, voting for the Alfa and also for the Peugeot 3008. Netherlands, 3 members, also in favor for Alfa, who is now in the lead before the Peugeot 3008. Norway, 1 member, Rune Korsvold, slightly in favor for the Volvo S90 V90. Still, the Alfa is in the lead. Poland, 2 jury members, voting for the Peugeot 3008. And Peugeot is closing in. Again, it's only 4 points different. Mercedes and the other are a little bit behind, but it can still swing because we have some large countries left. So let's go on with the next country. Portugal, 2 jury members, Francisco Mota and Joaquim Oliveira, voting for the Peugeot 3008 together. Russia, also 2 members, Vadim Oyasinkin and Mikhail Podorovsky. And now the Peugeot is in the lead, just before the Alfa. Slovenia is 1 jury member, Sebastian Plevniak, voting for the Peugeot, who moves ahead a little bit, but still very, very tight. Spain is a large group with 6 members, having Peugeot 5008 as their favorite before the Citroën. Sweden is a nice country in the north. Followed by Switzerland, voting for the Alfa together. So it's still tight, and we have still at least 1 large country left with large jury groups. Turkey is not so large, it's 1 member, Ufuk Sandik, voting for the Peugeot. So now this can be the critical moment with United Kingdom 6 members voting for the Mercedes and the Alfa on second. Not very many points there too. And the winner is the Peugeot 3008. And here the winner is driven, if it starts. Ladies and gentlemen, Car of the Year 2017, the Peugeot 3008. Woo. And I believe we have the head of the Peugeot brand, Mr. Jean-Philippe Imparato, somewhere here. Please come up on stage. Mr. Imparato, where are you? You have to fight your way through. Please, congratulations.
Bravo, super.
This is your first edition of this trophy. You can say some words. Please go ahead.
Okay, first of all, we are proud. Really, it is a great moment for us. I'm used to say that in Peugeot. We made a long way, I would say, from hell to heaven. Remember 2012. And in 2012, we decided never more. We decided to put the money in the product. We decided to say, we will come back. And we are now. So just simply, on behalf of all the men and women of the group, I would like to thank you, the jury, and all of you, for this fantastic honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Imparato, and thank you for coming. And thank you, everybody, for being here. See you next year, same day, same time, as always. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, in the French way, we're going to celebrate their champagne outside for everyone. Thank you.